Oh, I have to press go live. That's so stupid. There we go. You have to, when it's a scheduled stream, you have to double do it.
You have to double go live.
Yeah, it's not enough to just start the stream in OBS. You have to also press the big stupid blue button. There we go.
Okay, so I don't know. I think you heard it because I don't know if you heard it from last week, but we now have the title. We have the good name for what people do on Twitter when they're like criticizing stupid things or like harassing Mappa staff. Is like, we got the rumbling, the fumbling, but each week we also have the grumbling.
The grumbling.
So,
the grumble.
I almost want to call us the Grumbling Weekly, but I don't want it to have the negative connotation because we're not really complaining. But it's just really funny. Like, just the name The Grumbling is really funny to me.
It's too bad that there's definitely going to be more of that this week.
I know.
Because there was a lot of Titans in this, and there was a lot of unfortunate face rigging. Like, Aaron just staring open-mouthed at the sky for a solid minute. For no reason, completely stiff face, no movement at all, and the monkey titan talking, and just like you could just see the one joint in the lower jaw just flapping up and down like a shark.
the monkey titan.
He's a monkey. He's a monkey. Call him a beast, but he looks like a monkey.
He is a monkey.
I think the jaw is more beastly, honestly. The jaw titan, this little gremlin that just cuts everything and bites it. That's more beast.
He does look like a gremlin, honestly.
Massive gremlin energy.
Matt, it kind of reminds me, since I just saw Lord of the Rings again.
Of Gollum.
Well, I wasn't even thinking Gollum. That's so much better than what I had. I was thinking of like the goblins in Morier, where they're like getting ready to take it. Yeah, that's
looks like meat's back on the menu. Man, I should rewatch Lord of the Rings. It's been a hot minute.
It is honestly worth it. I mean, I saw it when I was a kid, but now, like, watching it as an adult, I'm like, yeah, this is it.
It's still amazing. This episode was...
It really holds up.
This episode was bonkers. Like, all the stuff that happened.
This episode was great. I'm so excited that we get to catch up, since last time it was just, the talk between Aaron and...
Yeah, that was a very intense episode. And at that point in time, I had a lot more faith in the planning of the island people. Which was why I went all in on the whole Mikasa infiltrating by long-term Khan marrying into a noble family or whatever. I thought there was a lot more, like, all-in undercover planning. Nah, they all just show up and say, Aaron, what have you done? What, you dumbass? Come home.
It's so funny. It's like so. You're like, yeah, we got like full great pretender espionage. No, it's like, haha, Titan go smash.
Haha, Titans go burr, and then
Yeah.
then everybody, yeah, then like it's not going like the first half of this episode. It's not going great for the Paradisos. It's like Aaron is way in over his head. He gets stabbed every which way by the Warhammer Titan, and then Beast shows up, throws rocks. Jaw is there. Everything looks very grim. And then backup arrives.
Not looking good for the Nazis.
Not looking good. And I was like, man, I thought you'd planned this just a little bit better.
Come on, Aaron.
Come on,
it's interesting. Oh, I'm quiet. I don't know if I should.
I'll turn you up a bit.
Oh, thank you.
Should be better.
Honestly, in theory, I should be more quiet and you should be louder. That's a good setup.
Oh, I also have the compressor on. So there we go.
Ooh. Does that sound a bit better?
It should be better. Usually I have a compressor on that like lowers the volume of desktop audio when I talk. So when you're streaming a game, the volume goes down when the speaker talks. So if that's on now, that means I drown out anyone else if we talk at the same time.
That's how I like it when we talk, though. I like hearing your stuff over my own.
Just everybody
so it's
else.
by design, guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this was all according to plan, unlike everything that happened this episode. But yeah, I kind of like that because they do such a good job of setting up this whole arc as like everything from the other perspective, like the Marleyan perspective. So it does kind of make Aaron look like this mastermind planner, so where like everything's going to Kaikaku, and then it's like revealing more and more. We got it a bit from like Mikasa's statement of like, there's no going back right now, and then Aaron was even like, I'm glad you guys showed up. And we're like, oh, so this wasn't like a
Oh,
home
so you
team
didn't
plan.
tell anyone? What the fuck?
They were surprised too. It's
At
like,
first, it
oh,
feels
yeah,
like
surprise.
everything going along with the 5-year Keikaku, and then it's more like, oh, Aaron just got impatient.
Yeah, yeah.
He
He's
just
like,
he
no,
just
we're
went
going
ahead
now.
and did it, and he was hoping the others
Right
would
here,
show up.
right now. Yeah, so it was kind of cool to reveal that, and it was cool that we got to see like more from this perspective of like how it's crazy, and we even got to see Hanji and Armin talking, and she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, so hopefully like this works because it really is like an all or nothing plan. So
Yeah.
it was interesting to see that like the other people were not really all in on this plan. Like they kind of had to go along with it, but like this is definitely an Aaron plan. It's not
Yeah,
a
Aaron
Paradise
Aaron
plan.
moved up the schedule a little bit, and everybody is kind of
Yeah.
trying to follow. He moved forward a little bit too quick.
He moved forward a bit too quickly for everyone else. They did not have enough
They were
time
all
to move
planning
forward.
to move forward eventually.
Yeah. They were it's like we're just trying to move forward at our own pace, but Aaron's
yeah.
like, I'm the main character, we move forward now.
My piece. Yeah. Oh my god. But it does seem like they all have some kind of plan in most. Like they have an airship. They have all this upgraded maneuvering gear. They have all the stuff they need. Mm-hmm. And like tactics to take down the other Titans.
Yeah.
So like they did prepare. So
They
that's
were
nice.
definitely prepared. I know like in the past couple episodes everyone was wondering like where is Armin? And I love the way they presented that of like they're calling in reinforcements with like ships and stuff because that's a natural progression of things is like they wanted ships to come in with reinforcements. Oh look, like the Paradise squad is like this is how they have limited resources, so their backs are against the wall. And then it's like, oh wait, everyone forgot about literally the biggest Titan. So then Armin shows up and he goes boom, and then that just is like ups the ante for everything. Like no one has any idea.
I feel like everybody in Marley had like assumed that Berthold had just died, so like that Titan was just lost for now. But
How did
surprise!
they not anticipate that?
Sur-
Like, did they just not like not anticipate it, or did they just forget because everything was so intense? I forget.
I think they just wrote it off. Like
They're just like, oh,
if
yeah,
they
he's
had
gone.
the colossal Titan, they would have obviously started with that. That's how you anti in Titan warfare.
Yeah.
You start with the colossal.
Yeah, that's like you start up big, and then you start with the colossal going boom, and then everyone else pours in.
That's how Marley has done it every time. Like every big attack,
Yeah.
it's been led by the colossal because just like that initial explosion is so massive.
Yeah, and I love how they kind of allude to that explosion kind of feeling like a nuke, like
Oh, they
there's
allude to it.
Oh yeah,
The
I'm not sure if
distant
it's-
picture of a mushroom cloud helps.
Yeah, it's like wink nod nuke. It's like it's
Wink,
as
wink,
much of
nuke,
an
nuke.
illusion as like Attack on Titan subtlety gets. It's like, hey, it's kind of literally a nuke.
Oh, hello. Yes. Jesus Christ. Well, I don't think he did that at the very first time at the wall in episode 1. He didn't.
Well, I think he did, but
He didn't nuke it. Because he transformed like right next to Aaron, and Aaron was fine.
I do feel like they do have that to a certain extent, where like the few times in season 1 where the Colossal Titan transforms, we don't really get the same scale of like this is very big booms that we get in the later seasons, like now and in season 3. It very much felt like if you're within 100-meter radius of
you
it
just-
transforming, you were also dead.
just
But those
vaporized.
other times, it didn't like feel as much. And I'm not saying that's like
Maybe they can
an
control
inconsi-
it. I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, I don't know. Maybe
it's
it's
all-
not that big of a deal, but I do sometimes get the sense of like, I'm not sure how big the booms are.
It's all quite
for
up in the
people
air,
that-
like how much control they actually have. Because I feel like Armin would have picked up pretty quickly how to Titan. Aaron took like
Yeah.
an entire 2 seasons to be sort of lucid when doing it. Like
Yeah.
at the first, he would just like berserk,
Well, we did have a 4-year time skip, so that does give
and then there's a
Armin
massive
lot more
time
time.
skip, and now like Aaron can like control his. He can like make brass knuckles and stuff. I did have a
Crystal
a
knuckles?
quick thought at the
Yeah.
beginning where it's like, oh, he could do that now. Does that mean that he ate Annie? But no, I was reminded that he drank armor potion at some point. They
Is that
found
what
like
he did? That makes sense.
armor serum, and now he can just do that. So what even unique powers does the female Titan have?
Yeah, it is really funny looking back on it, where the female Titan is just like one of all of them, but then nothing at the same time.
Yeah, because all the others can do what it does. Also,
Yeah,
apparently everybody can just get like kind of armor.
I don't. Yeah, I wonder.
Cool.
I wonder if that's just like a sometimes thing. I kind of forget the details on that. But,
I am wondering how. Like, is there a more like fully awakened version of every Titan? Because we see not Berthold. What the fuck is his name? Reiner. Yeah, right at the end, his armored Titan looks different.
Yeah,
it's all
I think
spiky
that's
and it looks like his literal face.
Yeah. Okay, is this bad, or is this where everyone is? Where like I find his like him constantly getting denied his suicide really funny.
It is really funny. It's just
like,
let me die. Oh my god.
Like, why won't you guys just let me die? It's like, no, we have things to do. We have rumblings. We have grumblings. Like, we have things on the menu. And he's like, I really just want to die.
Reiner just wants a silent death. And,
yeah. But he just wants a quiet life. He wants a quiet death. And it's like, no, we have things going on.
So
and it was
funny.
actually like a really powerful moment of like Gabby and Falco
quiet.
crying out for him. But then it's just so funny because I know that he just wants to die.
Shut up. Shut up.
Don't
take this from me. I finally got what I wanted. Well, he didn't, because he had to save the kid. What's his name?
Yeah.
Not Bruno. What's his name? The little kid?
Falco.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, if Falco hadn't been there, then Reiner would have happily just been crushed.
Like, yes, sweet death, let's go.
Oh, finally. Dead.
But no, you have to keep saving people.
Oh, fucking Falco.
Shintaro Huni in chat said Birth transformed on the wall in season 2 episode 6 without an explosion, and then in season 4 episode 3 Reiner mentioned Bert controlling his Titan, so he can choose when to nuke. We have confirmation that they can choose when to go the big boom.
Man, so many little details of how much they can tweak everything. It's all just like in passing, and if you don't pay attention, then
yeah. And it's never really a deal breaker. It just makes me curious of like, do they always go big boom, or is it sometimes little boom?
Because you know how you've seen Akami got killed, right?
Yeah.
You know how everyone in that show explains their power 100% every single time they use it.
Yeah.
Like the pink-haired girl with the sniper rifle. Like did you know that it gets stronger when she's in trouble?
Yeah.
Did you know?
How convenient. I love that. You know, that's a show that if Reiner wanted to die, he should have just gone into that show.
Gone there.
Then he would have gotten death by like episode 2 if he wanted.
Just
that would have been awesome.
a somewhat passive bystander. You're sure to die.
Yeah, like blink once and you're dead. But yeah, he's not as lucky in this show. I honestly don't remember this content in the manga as much, but other people do, and they've all said it was a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. And I do think they did a great job in general. Like, this was the most action we've seen thus far.
Yeah.
And you know what the grumbling said? The grumblings were talking about CGI Colossal Titan, and we did not get one. We got 2D Colossal Titan. It looked really cool. It didn't do much because it was just standing there, and it did a little walking, so we didn't need a lot of dynamic movement.
The Colossal Titan never does a whole lot. It just has to be there.
It's just the bodyguard.
It just has to walk slowly and
stand and look menacing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we got, and it looked pretty solid. I think it looked good, and I think we had some. You mentioned some like kind of oof looking Titan.
And there were
some
oofer faces, but it's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Nothing like deal breaker-ish.
No.
I think.
No. Just a little stiff.
Yeah, and that makes sense because there was so much action going on, so many cool.
The action was very well made. They knock it out of the park with that. So that's what makes me wonder, like, why can't they like give Beast Titan's mouth like an extra joint, like an extra animation bone to like maybe just something else than just open up and down.
Yeah.
When he talks, but
that makes
whatever.
sense. I'm glad. But if it's between that and making other scenes look cool, I'm glad they put more of their eggs in the other baskets.
Yeah. Man, a lot of people died. That was fucking brutal, like the way the Warhammer Titan dies. And like, My
Oh my
teeth
God.
can't do shit. Yours can. Come here, little
Okay.
Mr. Nutcracker.
Oh my God, I was gonna say Nutcracker.
The
I didn't
nut-
get to see
the
the
Nutcracker
Nutcracker this
Titan.
year because of COVID, but I did get to see the Nutcracker in Attack on Titan. So
Exactly.
thank you, thank you, Attack on Titan staff, for giving us the true Nutcracker we were waiting for all Christmas.
Gave us a crack on Titan.
A crack on Titan. Oh my God, this episode featuring a crack on Titan. Should we name that? That's gonna be the title. We're changing the title after it. A crack on Titan. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now.
So that was brutal.
So now.
That was brutal. I was gonna talk
Aaron's
about
gonna
that.
have the Warhammer. It's gonna be.
Yeah, he's collecting Titans like Pokemon cards. He's
gonna
just,
be
like, rolling them up.
crazy to see what he can do.
Just absolutely wild.
Like how quickly will he master it?
Yeah. Well, he have the big jaw now. I was gonna ask because when I was watching that, I was like, this is awesome and all, but this is like a crack on weekly. I was just like thinking like, okay, is that low-key the most brutal thing we've seen in the series thus far? And then it got me thinking, what is the most brutal thing we've seen in the series? If anyone in chat has a good answer too, I'd love to hear it because I'm very good at forgetting important details.
There's a couple instances of Titans eating just people. Like obviously Aaron's mom, that's a big shocker right off the bat. That's just like harrowing because it's the first time you see it.
Yeah,
there's
that's
that
pretty terrifying.
one case of like when they were sitting in a tower surrounded by Titans and emirs, kind of doing bullshit. And you hear that one girl being eaten alive, just calling out, "Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy, help be a good girl," and then just getting eaten. That was brutal.
Yeah. Someone brings up Mike's death. I think he's the guy in season 2 because that would also be my pick. It's the
What
first
is
time we
Mike's
see
death?
I think that's the guy in season 2 who was like the number 2 to Levi, and it was like him, and that's the first time we see the Beast Titan, and he like throws the horse at him, and that's when like, do you remember that?
I remember someone throwing a horse.
It was like it's like season 2. I forget what they're up to, but I think Mike was the guy. He's like really powerful, whatever. And so they're scouting out the area to see what was going on, and then like we find out later that Zeke was able to like control the Titans. But so beforehand, Zeke rolls up, he throws a horse at the dude. That was wild. And then it was he's talking to the guy and kind of interrogating him, and then after he's done, he just sicks all the Titans on him and they tear him apart. So like
that does kind of ring a bell.
And his voice acting was like on point, like absolutely terrifying. It was like the first time I felt really terrified since like the beginning of season 1.
I think
like brutal shit.
One of the other first, I don't know what season this was. The part where they're chasing Annie through the forest.
Yeah,
and she's just like fucking
season
like
one.
spin kicking them into trees.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty hardcore. Because that was like the moment you realized, oh, everybody can just die. Okay.
That was like, I think that was kind of cool because that was back when like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead were at their peak. So you got a bunch of people kind of comparing this to like, it's like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead where everyone can die.
Anyone
at any
can
time.
die, yeah, because they have this big cast. You kind of like them all. It's early on, so you know everybody kind of equally, and then suddenly half of them just fucking die.
Yeah, it was all like Levi's crew too, and they introduced them as like
they,
you thought
they were
it was,
elite.
Like,
they were
half.
like the best of the best.
Yeah,
and then they
had like all
murked.
these kills. They were like top tier, and like nah, they were just dunzo.
Dead.
That was pretty terrifying too. Okay, I'm glad chat is with me on Mike. And Mike is like easy to forget because he just kind of.
I'm gonna have to Google
there
Attack on Titan. Mike.
Let me send you a screenshot of him. I think you'd recognize him. He also has a big nose, and they keep showing him in like. Oh yeah, that sucks. I googled it, and it's like the second picture that comes up. I don't want to look at that anymore. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see. I don't want to know. That was brutal. I think that's up there. I do think, at the moment, we do have you being used as a weapon to take down another Titan is kind of number one for brutality.
It's pretty rough, and it's all these people who are like not used to the brutality of the Paradise people. Like they see they see the ODM gear, people like swimming around being not scared of Titans at all, and they're like, "What the fuck? What do you mean you're not scared of Titans? They're scary."
It's so
roar.
Yeah, roar, and it's like they try and growl at him, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
it's so funny because they are sicking these Titans on these people, and it's like they have no idea what that does to these guys. Like they just have no idea what it's like.
Yeah, how far they're willing to go. It's like Eren is just like using the jaw of this guy to crush the crystal and the person inside and just drink the slushy that comes out. She's just completely vaporized. She's liquid.
Oh yeah. That was brutal.
It's
I feel like
pretty hardcore.
I think that does win. Even though looking at what happened to Mike in season 2, I don't want to see it, and it's like, it's too spook. But this one, like, conceptually,
I think it takes the cake. Because, like, they also show that she's, like, looking, like, she's aware. She's in there.
Yeah,
just,
that's
like,
what sucks. That's what I was going to
waiting.
say, is I'm like, she can't do anything. Oh my god.
Like,
that's
you
brutal.
see, like, she get the claw scratches on the crystal, and you could just see her big eyes look at him like, oh, fuck.
I wonder why she couldn't do anything. Like, could she
because
not
if she gets rid of the crystal, then she's just unprotected.
Couldn't she remake the crystal, or is that just another way of highlighting that Eren is just built different because he now understands how to, like, crystallize, piece out, and then reform? Because they did highlight that as, like, he still has the will to fight.
Yeah, he could just keep making bodies.
He just keeps moving forward.
Yeah, he's got so much moving forward energy. You could just get absolutely nuked and then jump out, make a new one.
Yeah, he did that like so many times too. It's kind
of
like
impressive. His third body, I think, in this whole episode. It's pretty handy.
Yeah. It's just wild shit. This has been like, I think in universe time, it's been like an hour and a half, and we've just gotten so much out.
Oh, it must be less. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's probably. I feel like it's probably been like 15 minutes.
Yeah, this is like, we get some Chimera Ant arc shit where it's like 15 minutes have passed and we've already gone through all these bodies.
Yeah. So like Peak is like dying, not dead yet, but gravely wounded and dying, and Reiner wants to die, and
he's jealous. And he has a lot of FOMO.
Exactly. He's like, God damn it. If I want to die, I have to do everything myself.
Yeah, right? If no one else is going to do it, I will.
But I wonder why that turns him into, like, a special Titan. Is that, like... And it's like Digimon. There's, like, when they get super sad, they have this turbo evil... Have you ever seen Digimon?
Yeah.
Did you... Like, the original series, I remember there was an episode where the main character... I think Agumon, that's the little dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
He gets super sad for some reason, and it becomes a gigantic skeleton dragon.
Yeah.
It has this secret evil form. I feel like that's what's happening here. He's despairing so much. He's like the inverse of Will to Live. So he's becoming this spiked monstrosity. Probably way stronger.
That's so funny. It's like, I don't know if they intended to do that. I think, like, I don't think they wanted... I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a thing where, like, they show it that time, and then he'll look normal next week.
How do you mean? Like, he will be back to normal Armor Titan?
Yeah, like, I think he'll just look normal.
There's no way.
You don't.
He looked so different. He had, like, spikes coming out of his shoulders and his own face.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looked nothing like the Armored Titan.
I don't know. I felt like it was, like... I want to say visual flair, but I'm not sure. I gotta double check.
That's a lot of visual flair for him to just like cool back down and get the helmet back and stuff. He looked like handsome Squidward.
I should have taken a screenshot of it because I'm trying to look through like the hashtag and see. Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, he does kind of look like I just rewatched Kill la Kill, and it's like when Ryuko gets her upgrade every time, and she starts having more spikes come out of her.
Yeah. It's like the more in tune with her powers she is, the more spiky she gets.
Yeah. Okay, they said they cut it in the anime, but the manga said that he can transform 3 times. Okay.
What?
So Eren can transform 3 times. Not Reiner. Sorry if that was
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, that was misleading. I was just going back because, we have our delay. But, yeah, so that makes sense. I don't know why Reiner... Oh, okay, so, apparently Reiner looks like that because his transformation was wrecked by Eren transforming at the same time of him.
What?
As him. You know how, like, when they transform and sometimes it, like, goes wrong? Like, it's like... attack and transformation gone wrong, like.
So if they transform at the same time, it doesn't work.
I think what I'm thinking is he just like transformed in a way that like didn't form all the way correctly. I'm not sure why it looks just like him, but we'll have to see. I'm not really sure.
It felt like it was gonna be like Reiner perfected or something.
He just reached his final form. That's just like so funny. That just looks so funny. That's gonna be the new.
It's got that
new setup.
That cleft chin and the high cheekbones.
Yeah, the desire to die. Yeah, that's so funny. So they were mentioning that this episode like really captures how horrifying this invasion has been and how Eren is so savage. Do you find yourself like torn on who to root for in this engagement, or are you just like sitting back with popcorn?
Not at all. Like... I'm just enjoying this. it's like, oh hell yeah, payback.
Yeah, I think like the worst part is that despite all the terrible things that Eren and everyone is doing, is that like he's kind of proven right, because they were going to declare war on them as the world. Like the world was going to declare war and then try and invade them.
Yeah. Because they want the founding Titan back.
They want the founding Titan back.
They wanted to break the deal. It's like, it's 100% not Paradise's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to chill.
Yeah. And then some motherfuckers had to come along and try and be real tough about it. Got greedy and, it's just...
At the end of the day, like, Marley just sucks at war. And that's why they want more Titans, is they're like, this is the only way we can survive. And it's like, you guys suck. You guys have not developed the technology. You guys are obviously stupid at, formulating plans with the Titans. So it's kind of like a weird mixture of like, they're just kind of being scumbags right now. And that's kind of resulting in them getting screwed over.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's a lot of... how to put it? Like the Marley people, it's a lot of like national pride and like superiority.
The nationalism.
Yeah, they want to. They're the big boys. They deserve to have the founding Titan because they're the best. And no, that's not in fact the case. You should not have tried.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they also, it's like an interesting setup of like, they obviously were wronged in the past, but now they think it's their right to try and do this, and they're trying to keep up with the world. But like everyone has like an understanding side, but that also means that we can understand why Eren and them would feel compelled to fight back to survive. So I think it did a good job of showing, everyone has their points, their pros and cons, but at the end of the day, war is bad.
It's war. What is it good for?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I was going to ask you this because we've been seeing a lot of Gabby's perspective throughout all the events, and like the very clear parallels between her and season 1 Eren of like seeing everyone they care about being brought down by Titan warfare, and his, savage desire to kill the Titans and take them down because of his mom, and then Gabby's desire to take them down because they killed her friends and like all this bullshit. So, I was wondering, who do you think had a worse day when everything went to shit, Eren or Gabby right now?
Oh, man.
Kind of power scale tragedy.
I think they're kind of, like, if you just, like, take it at face value, I would say that they're the same.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's like your whole world just got trashed by Titans. And your friends got crushed and eaten. And it's like, well... I feel like it was more brutal when it happened in Paradise, because it was like a sea of other normal Titans just like eating people. This is very selective warfare.
Yeah, it's interesting because Gabby definitely knows more of what's going on. Like, she knows Eren's their enemy and that this is actual warfare. Mm-hmm. So she is kind of a bit more...
And she's aware of Titans. Eren knew nothing.
Eren and was probably younger. Yeah, he just was like, oh my god, this is the worst day of all time.
Yeah, I feel like Eren probably had a worse day.
Yeah, and her day sucks. Her day is definitely like very suckish, and she lost
more
Gabby. People. But
I like that she's a little...
What?
I like Gabby. She's a little
I like her too.
Angry gnome, but it's fun.
Oh, definitely.
Very...
yeah, I definitely like...
I mean, she looks exactly like Sasha. Tiny Sasha with Eren's temper. Like, season 1 Eren temper.
Yeah. Yeah, she really is just like season 1 Eren, and it makes sense why she's like that. it makes sense why she's like that, but it's also interesting to see that people are getting like people at least initially get very annoyed because she acts like season 1 Aaron, but they don't put 2 and 2 together of how like that's exactly how he is and look how he is now, and also realize that she's like makes sense for her situation.
Yeah, at some point I was thinking, like, when Falco and Gabby are, like, on the floor next to Peak, and Peak is, like, dying, and it's like, oh, there's no hope of saving her. I was thinking that the general was gonna say, one of you has to eat her. Start eating.
I could see that. Then, I could see that as a move at that moment. I don't think they have the serum.
Like, Gabby's gonna run out, she's gonna come back, and Falco will have eaten Peak.
That would be funny. That would make sense. I could see that.
And become the cart Titan, who just keeps getting more and more freaky. Now it talks, and it sounds awful.
I don't want the Titans to talk. I just don't want to see that.
It made sense it kind of made sense for the Beast to talk a little bit.
Yeah, he's better.
But I don't like that they all do it now. It's like that's special then. Plus I just don't want the cart Titan to do anything. I think it's so gross.
You think it's dumb?
That long mouth with way too many teeth.
Oh yeah, that's right. I understand.
It's disgusting.
I remember when Becker posted one, and you're like, please do not post a dog with a long mouth. Like, please.
Oh yeah, I mean, it kind of goes towards that, like the dogs with the way too long noses. It's just there's something really unsettling about it. But just because it's a human mouth that has been stretched to like a horse face. It's
you're like, this ain't natural. I don't like this.
It ain't right,
It ain't right. Yeah, I feel you on that. Loki, the card Titan, is kind of like MVP in terms of like being able to do so much damage, but then apparently not enough damage when you just shoot everyone inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the weakness. Like, it itself cannot do anything. It relies on whatever is on its back.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. Like, once they started shooting guns at the people flying around, they were like, well, fuck, guns. It's like, this is what happens when you bring an all melee build to a gunfight. Everybody thinks they're gangster until the 50 cals show up and just vaporize the midair. It's like, oh, we didn't consider this.
We can fight back. Yeah, I love that.
We brought weapons for Titans. There's also people here. Damn it.
When they finally realized they can fight back. That was, they did good with that. I like the one scene a lot of Jean with when Falco's like, please don't shoot, and Jean is like, oh shit, a kid. But then he still shoots, but like wasn't sure if he missed because of the steam or because he was still holding back. I love that because that was a nice callback to season 3 where they had him like not prepared to fight back against humans and then realize like humans will be their enemy. But I love that because I feel like Jean has always been the everyday man of the story, both in good and bad ways. Like, he's given us great insight into how like a relatively normal person would act in these circumstances. So I'm glad that they still maintain that even in this heightened time. So that was a really cool callback.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had a quick little flash of, oh fuck, and then he just did it anyway. And then, I don't know, some fuckery happened and the thing missed.
Well, that's what he was saying. He wasn't sure if he missed because, like, the actual miss and mist is not going well. But, the mist steam of Peak, like, transforming or whatever, he wasn't sure if that got in the way or if he just, like,
that totally was what got in the way. We saw the missile, like, flying all around.
Yeah, but he was, it's like the self-doubt is cool of, like, him not knowing if he was holding back still. Like, that was cool. Even though I do agree, I think it was the mist.
Yeah. It's like a theoretical question with a very clear answer.
He's too shook to understand. We know because we are enlightened, but he does not.
Yeah. It's gotta be tough.
He's got it down bad.
Who's even, like, in terms of Titans, who are left? Like, Beast got cut down. We haven't Zeke didn't die yet, did he? They would show that, right?
I don't know, but I do always love the ongoing rivalry between him and Levi.
Yeah, Levi, I just think it's come out of nowhere, just one shot him. Fuck you.
I just love it. He's like, Aaron's not my enemy, Levi is. Fuck this. Like, it's just so funny. I don't know why I find these intense things. Like, they're definitely intense. I just think it's really funny. Like, Reiner wanting to die, the rivalry between Zeke and Levi. Also, is it just me, or did Levi not sound like Levi for the like one line he had?
Oh, I would have to go back and take another listen. I didn't notice anything.
I don't know what it was. I just heard it. I was like, that doesn't sound like him. What is that? But I mean, I don't remember. But yeah, but I think that was funny. So yeah, I'm not sure. But they're dropping like flies. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what they can do next episode. I mean, everyone's kind of screwed.
I mean, whatever plan they have up the airship, something's gonna happen. Like, now they've killed Warhammer Titan, and Jaw Titan is kind of goofed.
Kind of oops.
Reiner is gonna do something, because now he's a Titan again.
Yeah.
Armin is back on the airship. Levi, for whatever reason, had a stopwatch. He's counting down to something.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a normal watch. He's keeping time for something. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah, no one knows. We'll have to see.
So maybe there is, like, proper planning.
So it's either going to be, will this go according to plan, or will it not go according to plan? We will see.
Will Aaron goof it again? Will he goof?
Will they be okay with? Will they be okay with him just kind of declaring war by himself on this on the world? Are they chill with that?
Now the time has come.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was so funny. They did a good job with that.
Did we ever see who was the soldier who led Peak and the other guy into the trap? Peak and Porco?
I don't think we saw them, but I think it's safe to say that that's not that's
not
Armin.
Armin. I no longer think it's Armin.
That was a good guess, but
because I can't remember who the fuck even is alive.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I think it is.
How deep does it go?
How deep does the mystery go? Yeah, it's funny. Once they found the basement, they led these other Titans to a basement of their own, and then left them in there for a bit.
How do you like it, huh?
How do you like everything being in a basement?
You try being in a basement.
Yeah.
It could go sideways a bunch of ways. I feel like they're gonna have a deep philosophical treatise while trying to kill each other next time, and Reiner will probably change sides or something. Like he just wants to die. If Aaron can give him something to live for, then I don't know. Anything could happen. He's a broken man. Anything can happen.
He really just wants to die.
Maybe Aaron will just be like, "Hey, bro, let me eat you."
We both win.
We both win. You die, I get armor. Perfect.
It's a mutual.
And maybe
exchange,
he promises to spare the kids.
That would be pretty funny.
Like, even though Reiner really, really, really wants to die, he was still like willing to protect Falco. He didn't have to do that. If he just wanted to die, he could have.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's sweet. He still wants to be a hero, but he also wants to die. He's like, just let me be free. Save me from this shit.
Or maybe he's just gonna go out fighting. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, Source Readers know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, who knows? I know. Sorry.
You know. Hey, tell us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I think they did a great job with the episode. I don't think there's too much for people to grumble about, but
they'll find something.
They'll find something. Fingers crossed they don't. And by grumbling, just to clarify, our grumbling jokes, we don't mean like criticism. We mean like
harassing,
mass harassment towards Mappa staff.
I wonder, has the Mappa staff just been directed to stay off Twitter for the next month or two?
Not a bad idea. I saw this one post on TikTok or something that, it looked like it could be from Mappa staff, and it definitely might have been like mistranslated, but it essentially said that like, if you guys keep harassing us, we're going to cancel the anime. And so some people were like, oh my God, we got to stop harassing them because they're going to cancel the anime. And of course we know that they can't do that. Like, the production committee did not like enslave these people to work under harsh conditions just to cancel the anime and potentially making money just for the sake of their feelings. Like, we know that they don't care that much. So they're not canceling the anime because people are getting harassed on Twitter. But we can hope that it will silence the dumbasses who harass them enough to maybe not do it.
I mean, it's not the animators who just say, I don't want this episode to air.
Yeah. Yeah, like
do not
animators
show this.
unfortunately do not have rights.
My contract says that I can deny any episode I have worked on.
Yeah. It's like, reason for not publishing the episode, dumbasses on Twitter told me that they don't like it.
Reason for cancellation. Just didn't feel like it, TBH.
It ain't me, fam.
It ain't me.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're laughing because the whole situation is funny, but like it is really sad that people keep harassing these animators. Sometimes even the wrong animators, just because that's the level of IQ they're at.
Well, they found an animator. Maybe they can pass on the message.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you animate. Go tell this guy. Tell this guy to stop doing the CGI.
You animators, you're all the same, right? It's all just pseudonyms.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a consistent thing forever for popular series.
Which is unfortunate.
Passionate source readers will always be jackasses.
Yeah, pretty much. And I participated in this the other week, and it was kind of dumb, but a lot of people were trying to show appreciation by saying, like, thank you, Mappa, and someone did a great job of pointing out that it's better to say thank you, Attack on Titan staff, because Mappa is putting these animators under, like, such harsh conditions that people are, like, they're putting them in this terrible situation. So, it's better to be like, thank you, Attack on Titan staff, instead of thank you, Mappa. So it's like, it's kind of impossible to track down every single person who's working on this, but it is cool to show appreciation to the individuals who are working on it and not the production committee or studio putting them in such a harsh situation.
Thank you, Funimation, for for licensing this and allowing it to exist. Thank you.
Yeah.
But this whole adaptation it's been bonkers pretty. Like anytime it's like the 3D animation is like 99% of really, really good. And then there'll be some missteps, but nothing critical. And then all the 2D stuff is drop dead gorgeous. It's so well done.
Yeah, I think it looked really good. I don't think I don't really see anything that looked like overtly bad.
No.
I don't really have complaints. Like,
nothing,
it's doing good.
Nothing too egregious.
Yeah, and I saw like one person did like, our favorite thing of like a manga panel, and it's like a screenshot of the exact same thing, and they're like, it doesn't look the same.
It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It's not the right picture.
It's like, they look the same. Stop doing this.
Well, of course they'll never look exactly the same.
Yeah, like there's a huge difference between a moving picture and a still photo, or a still drawing from.
It's like you see these two drawings. Someone had to figure out what goes between them. Of course, they can't look the same. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're never gonna look the same. So I'm hoping the internet keeps the grumbling to a minimum.
And if they did look the same, people would complain and say they were lazy.
Exactly. That's the thing. You can't win. You can't win. Yeah.
It's a shame.
So they did good. They did good this week again.
Yep. They did us proud.
Fun and fresh. Yeah.
I don't really have much in the way of predictions for next time, because like it feels like just a fight is gonna happen, and all the people are here. I don't think we're missing anybody. Historia, we're missing Historia, but she's probably back in Paradiso.
Doing queen shit.
That's a full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, for once, literally, not figuratively.
Yeah.
But
she's off somewhere.
She's off chilling. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll definitely have a fight. I don't know what'll happen. I do know what'll happen.
Could
but
just
I'm
be
just saying that.
A talk on Titan.
Another talk on Titan.
There we go.
When do we get to steal that name from the Dead Crunchyroll podcast?
Right now. What are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do, sue us?
They're not owned by Funimation yet, so they don't have Sony's lawyers.
The Sony lawyers, yeah.
If there was a time to steal it, it's now.
We should check with Tay and see if we can steal their name.
He's probably friends with Sony's.
I don't know. That would be dope if he was.
They go get drinks.
They can't get drinks now. We have no happiness now.
They drink over soon.
Maybe in the future. Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see. I do like our name. We can be a Crack On Weekly, even though we can't do a Talk on Titan.
Just keep changing the name.
Yeah, no one will know what we're talking about, but as long as we're saying we're talking about Attack on Titan,
It's talking about
hopefully.
Crack on Titan. It's obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it. I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah, I think that's it for us.
Not much else to add.
Not much else, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad I enjoyed it. I'm glad hopefully everyone enjoyed it.
I'm having a lot of fun. There's so much stuff happening right now.
Yeah.
It's like Neverland and this going on that has really. I want to say rapid, but that's not the right word. Like, they have very enthusiastic followings.
Yeah, yeah.
Manga readers who are very mad about changes.
Oh, I can do a whole rant on that, but I have to see if that goes through.
And somehow I have not been massively spoiled on either, so I'm just having fun with it.
I'm gonna mark that as a win. I'm gonna mark that as a big win. But we'll have to see what happens with the Promised Neverland thing. Otherwise, I could do a rant podcast on that because I have things to say. But I have to see how it plays out.
Never Weekly is back.
Never Weekly canceled.
A crack on Never Weekly.
A crack on Never Weekly. And they're like, but it didn't come back. It's like, exactly, this is why. But yeah, we'll have to see if people want to hear, if people want to show up. But yeah, in the meantime, I think that's it for us for this week.
Yep.
We will be back next week, probably same time, definitely same place. We'll have to see if anyone else shows up. If you're interested, let us know. We generally record every day around not every day. Can you imagine? Every day Attack on Titan. We generally record every Sunday at 5 p.m. EST. It's if you're not an EST, just take the time when this was. I guess they won't know what time it's recorded. So yeah, you guys can figure it out. So just let us know. We always record then. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's just me and Panic. So sometimes we're just chilling. But let us know if you're interested because we have a lot of fun talking about it. So
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say?
Watch Egg. Wonder Egg Priority. Watch that.
Watch Egg. Everyone watch Egg.
Watch Egg. Everybody loves Egg. Just go watch Egg.
Just watch Egg. Just watch Egg. So that's all you need.
Yeah.
And so thank you for talking with me, Panic. Thanks for hosting this lovely looking stream. Thank you for Crack on Weekly.
No problem.
And Handsome Designer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for listening in. Hopefully you have a great week, and we will see you next week.
See you in a week.
Bye.